Hi guys, B&D and Annalie and Samantha Jane, full-time RV. We're sitting, oh by the way, how you like my new hat? I picked this up at the VA the other day. I think it's pretty sharp. Anyway, we're sitting right in the middle of the Arizona desert. And because of recent events and the things that we've got going on, it looks like we're going to spend the summer here. So I thought I would take a few minutes and tell you how we keep this RV cool in the summer. There's a few things that you can do. Now, normally, an air conditioner will give you about a 20-degree difference in temperature. And so when it gets to 110 here, and 115, and we did have a day or two of 120. A 20-degree difference in temperature at that heat index would be 100 degrees inside the camper. That's unacceptable. And so the very first thing that I'm going to suggest that you do if you're going to be in an area where it's really hot, and there's a lot of those areas, Las Vegas, Reno, Yuma, in our case, Phoenix. If you're going to be in an area where it's really hot, the very first thing that I suggest that you do is get your air conditioner serviced. That's very important. We had our air conditioner go out at 116 degrees, and we spent 2 nights in this camper at 100 degrees plus, and I must tell you, I have to tell you that you don't get much sleep. So the first thing that I would suggest that you do is get your air conditioner serviced. It runs us about 60 bucks. We have that done about once a year. What they do is take the cover off, rinse out the fins and clean everything and be sure that the motor and the blower and everything is operating properly. It's money well spent. And the second thing that I would suggest that you do, now in this RV that we have 2 power ceiling vents. One in the bathroom and one in the living area. They have fans in them. And any place in an RV that light can come in, you're going to get tremendous heat coming through there. As well as these campers are insulated, and some are insulated better than others, we understand that. You'll have heat coming through the sidewalls. This camper's white, as you can see. And it gets so hot that if you touch the metal or the plastic at the bottom of the window, it's so hot that it will almost burn your skin. So what we did was go to an RV store and purchase this square. This is like a pillow, and it fits exactly up into where these vents are, very snugly, and prevents tremendous heat from coming in. Then what we do is cover the windows with aluminum colored reflector material. You can pick that up at Lowe's or a hardware. Cut it to size and put it in the windows. Now you saw that we have that in the front and the side windows. A third thing, and my wife brought this up, and it's very important. Cook as little as possible in the summer. Now, we have an oven and, of course, a stovetop. But what we did was invest $39 in a Black & Decker oven. Is that right? Is that right, honey?
Yes.
And we use that. It does the cooking, turns itself off, doesn't hold heat. If you cook in the oven, of course, will hold heat. If you cook on the stove top, that is going to generate a lot of heat inside the camper. Our air conditioner in this particular unit is a 13,500 BTU. Normally it's adequate anywhere, but when the heat gets above 110, it becomes a real struggle for it to do that. Thirdly, if you have an awning, I would suggest that you deploy your awning. The shade over the windows, of course, is going to make a difference. And the wheels. Heat dry rots your rubber wheels. Now, most generally, folks have the white covers that go over them, and that makes a big difference. I have sprayed mine with WD-40 and various things, but if you just cover them up, you'll find that that's going to make a big difference. The door. Again, you have light coming through there. What we do in the door is put reflector over the door. Behind the driver's seat and the passenger seat, most of your, at least in Class C's, you will have a cover that will snap on behind the driver's seat and the passenger seat. That keeps heat from coming through the front end. Now in the bathroom, we also put one of these things in the vent that we have in the bathroom. And in the shower, most generally you will have a skylight in the shower that's made out of fiberglass or plastic or whatever. We also put reflector underneath that skylight to reflect the heat back out. We use Velcro, little pieces of Velcro, and we stick the reflector on the Velcro. The steam that the shower generates will dry quickly in the summer, so that isn't a problem for you. If you pull into an RV park or you are in an RV park and can get under a tree, that's going to help as well. Also, you guys have seen Samantha, our big German Shepherd. Before we leave, anytime, summer or really winter as well, we make sure that everything is working. To have a pet in your RV in the summer and have the air conditioner quit is just something that I can't imagine. So be sure it's working. Now, it goes without saying that that's very important, to be sure this stuff is working. The refrigerator has to work overtime in the summer because of the heat. It just automatically is hard on it. By putting all of this stuff in and having the difference in temperature is going to help your food to keep from spoiling. Very important. It's going to be hot anyway, but if you do all of these things, you will maintain at least a 30 degree, or we do, maintain at least a 30 degree difference in temperature. So it's 115 degrees, it'll be 85 degrees in here. Now, if you're coming in from outside, 85 degrees feels pretty cool. So we've shown you these things, and it works. It works for us. Obviously, it would be much better to fire the thing up and go to higher ground, but we have things going on right now that are going to prevent us from doing that. So we will be here this summer. I'm working on manuscripts. My wife broke her heel and had reconstructive surgery in her heel, and she's recovering from that, so that's going to prevent us from going anywhere. But it's not unbearable here. It's quite hot. We go out in the morning, and by 10:30 it's getting really hot. By 10 or 11 o'clock at night it starts to cool down. Sometimes we'll have a breeze, and that's good. But I would suggest these things to you, and if you do them, it works. It works for us. We could use a bigger air conditioner, but if we do these things because we do these things that I've mentioned to you, it stays quite comfortable. It gets down 70, 68 degrees in here at night with the air conditioner running in the summer. Very satisfactory. So I want to mention the batteries. In the summer, this heat out here in the desert is very hard on the batteries. A couple of things I do to be sure that they're in good shape. We replaced 3 batteries about a year ago, and it's expensive. So once a week, I start the engine on the truck, on the camper. In doing so, of course, it not only helps the engine, but it keeps the battery up front charged. It also um, works the auxiliary batteries. We have two. And in doing that, you keep everything charged up the way it should be. About once a month, we check the water level in the batteries. Our two auxiliary batteries are beneath the step just as you come in. So it's easy to get to. You have to remember to do it. But if you keep the water up in them, they're going to last a lot longer. I wanted to share that with you. It's a little different than preparing the RV for the heat of the summer, but it is important. So that's it. Just wanted to share that with you. Take about 10 minutes and go over it. And if you like what you see, subscribe. Let us know what's going on. We'll get back to you. Love you guys. Have a great day.